Anneliese Michel was raised devoutly Catholic in Bavaria in West Germany in the 60s. She was a good Catholic who went to church twice a week, but when she turned 16, she started to show weird behaviors. Hello everyone and welcome to Noches de Terror to Study English. My name is Cesar and I'm a university English teacher in Mexico. As a language learner myself, siempre me ha gustado aprender con historias y películas de terror. Así que me hice la pregunta ¿por qué no un podcast para aprender inglés con temáticas de terror? Y así nació esta idea. Espero les guste and you too can enjoy these stories while learning English. In our second episode, we will talk about the case of Anneliese Michel, the girl who inspired the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Anneliese Michel, who was born in Klingenberg, Bavaria, Germany, on September 21st, 1952, grew up in a strict Catholic family. She was a very religious girl and believed in making up for the mistakes of wayward priests and drug addicts. In fact, she even slept on a bare floor during the cold winter as an act of penance. When Anneliese was 16 years old and still attending high school in 1968, she started experiencing convulsions. According to court findings, her first epileptic seizure occurred in 1969. At that time, a neurologist from the psychiatric clinic Wunsberg diagnosed her with epilepsy. Después de algo de tiempo, Anneliese comenzó a tener alucinaciones aterradoras durante sus rezos. Además, ella comenzó a escuchar voces que la convencían de que estaba sentenciada. Para 1973, Anneliese estaba experimentando depresión y contemplando el suicidio. Sus acciones se volvían más y más extrañas. Ella se arrancaba su ropa, consumía carbón e incluso lamía su propia orina. Unfortunately, Anneliese's health did not improve when she was admitted to an unnamed psychiatric hospital. In fact, her depression continued to deepen. She grew increasingly frustrated with the medical treatments she received because they did not alleviate her symptoms. Despite receiving long-term medical care, her condition, including her depression, only worsened over time. As Anneliese Michel's life revolved around her strong Catholic beliefs, she started to believe that her condition was caused by being possessed by demons. She became unable to tolerate sacred locations and objects, including the crucifix, which she believed were connected to her own demonic possession. During the religious rituals she went through, Anneliese was given antipsychotic medication, although it is unclear whether she continued taking it or not. En junio de 1970, mientras que Anneliese Michel se estaba quedando en el hospital psiquiátrico, experimentó su tercera convulsión. Como resultado, los doctores le prescribieron medicamento anticonvulsivo por primera vez. Desafortunadamente, el nombre específico de la medicina no es conocido y no la alivió inmediatamente de sus síntomas. Anneliese continuó mencionando que veía caras diabólicas en diferentes momentos del día. Feeling convinced that conventional medicine couldn't help her, Anneliese became more determined that her illness had a spiritual nature. She sought assistance from the church and requested an exorcism. In that same month, she was also prescribed another medication called Owlept, Perincyasin. Owlept is a type of phenothiazine similar to chlorpromazine and is used in treating various psychoses and behavioral disturbances, including schizophrenia. In November 1973, Michel began using Tegretol, carbamazepine, which is a medicine for epilepsy. In 1975, when Anneliese was 23 years old, an older woman who was with Anneliese Michel on a religious journey believed that Anneliese was being controlled by an evil spirit. This conclusion was drawn because Michel couldn't walk past a particular image of Jesus Christ and refused to drink water from a sacred spring. Un exorcista cercano al pueblo examinó a Michel y confirmó que ella estaba poseída por un demonio. El obispo dio permiso para llevar a cabo el ritual del exorcismo descrito en el Rituale Romanum de 1614. Ella y sus padres firmemente creían que ella estaba poseída. A pesar de años de tratamientos psiquiátricos no exitosos, abandonaron la asistencia médica y pusieron su confianza solamente en los exorcismos para su recuperación. The exorcism rituals took place over approximately 10 months in 1976. A total of 67 exorcism sessions were conducted, occurring once or twice per week, with some lasting up to 4 hours. During this period, Michel declined medical care, refused to eat, and spoke about her death as a means of making amends for the sins of others. Now, I will play for you some of the recordings from the exorcism. Listener's discretion is advised.
Nein, ihr Klötze! An der Maul, ihr Klötze! Oh, so down, er will auch nicht, oh, ich geh auch nicht, oh.
Sind wir schon 3?
Ah, wie? Was ist so der Scheiße?
Als Kind Gottes.
Ich hab dein Maul erschlagen!
Namen des Vaters,
Ruhe gibt's nur da oben.
Ruhe gibt's nur dort, wo die Liebe ist.
Ja, bei uns gibt's nur
Nur Hass.
Ja,
Und wo nur Hass ist, da gibt's keine Ruhe.
nein. Und für uns gibt's nie Ruhe. Nie.
Weil
Ewigkeit.
On July 1st, 1976, Anneliese Michel passed away peacefully in her sleep. The autopsy report revealed that her death was caused by severe malnutrition and dehydration, resulting from her nearly a year of insufficient food intake while the exorcism rituals were being conducted. Siguiendo una investigación, el fiscal del estado concluyó que la muerte de Anneliese Michel pudo haber sido prevenida hasta una semana antes de su fallecimiento. En consecuencia, todos los 4 individuos involucrados, los cuales son el pastor Ernst Alt, el padre Arnold Renz y sus padres, fueron acusados con homicidio por negligencia. Este cargo surge de su fallo a buscar asistencia médica para tratar su desorden alimenticio. The trial commenced on March 30th, 1978, at the district court and attracted significant attention. During the proceedings, the doctors testified that the woman was not possessed. However, it was reported that Dr. Richard Roth, who was approached by Father Alt for medical assistance, allegedly remarked after witnessing the exorcism on May 30th, 1976, that there is no injection against the devil, Anneliese. The priests were represented by lawyers paid by the church, while the parents had the defense of Erich Schmidt-Lechner. Schmidt-Lechner argued that the exorcism was lawful and that the German constitution safeguarded citizens' rights to freely practice their religious convictions without limitations. La defensa presentó grabaciones de audio de las sesiones de exorcismo, incluyendo supuestas instancias de demonios discutiendo, como evidencia para respaldar la posesión de Michel. Ambos sacerdotes creían firmemente que estaba poseída y sostenían que fue liberada a través del exorcismo justo antes de su fallecimiento. Ultimately, the accused were found guilty of manslaughter due to negligence. They received a 6-month prison sentence, which was later suspended at 3 years of probation. The sentencing was lighter than expected by most, but it exceeded the prosecution's request, which sought fines for the priest and the guilty verdict without punishment for the parents. Durante el juicio, la iglesia misma se convirtió en una preocupación central. Un veredicto de no culpabilidad podría haber alentado potencialmente más intentos de exorcismos, llevando a resultados desafortunados. Sin embargo, observadores experimentados creían que el efecto contrario ocurriría. Los cargos de homicidio negligente contra los sacerdotes se esperaban que provocarían cambios y alentaran una mayor cautela en tales prácticas. Prior to the trial, the parents sought permission for the authorities to exhume their daughter's remains. This request was made in response to a message conveyed by a Carmelite nun from Allgäu district in southern Bavaria. According to the nun, a vision had revealed to her that their daughter's body remained intact, which she believed authenticated the supernatural nature of the case. The parents officially cited the reason for the exhumation as Michel's hasty burial as a low-cost coffin. Almost 2 years after the burial, on February 25, 1978, her remains were transferred to a new oak coffin lined with tin. Los reportes oficiales, los cuales no han sido disputados por ninguna autoridad hasta este punto, indican que el cuerpo mostraba signos de descomposición consistente. Los exorcistas involucrados se les desalentó a que vieran los restos de Michelle y el padre Arnold Renz después declaró que se le impidió entrar a la morgue. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know in the comments, like it and share it with more people so they can learn and enjoy with Noches de Terror to study English. I'm Cesar, till the next episode. See you.